What's up, everybody? We're live here in the Crypto Tavern. We've got another great AMA for you. Been checking this project out for a little while. I saw it I think originally in bonus round with TJ, and TJ passed it along to me. TJ's based. I know you guys all know him and probably follow him as well. So we have been checking out Vidiac token. Vidiac is more than just a token. Several built-in features ensure that investors always win while supporting their favorite video creators. Elevate your content with Vidiac, unleashing creative potential through blockchain. It provides steady earnings for video creators, cutting-edge platform for digital artistry, amplifying voices one creator at a time. Vidiac represents a blend of creative empowerment, financial growth, and community participation in the burgeoning world of DeFi. So I've been checking them out, checking out the socials, and checking out the white paper. I'm really interested in a couple different things about the project. There's a lot to it. I've been looking at specifically the different projects that they have within their white paper, like Project Apollo, which is designed to empower musicians and artists, Project Hercules, which is designed to support video game developers, and some of the different stuff that they have planned for the ecosystem, along with just checking out UP DeFi, which I'm not really familiar with. So I'm really excited to have the team here from UP DeFi and Vidiac here. So we're excited to have you guys in the tavern. What's up, AJ? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I really appreciate it. And that was an awesome intro. So thanks for introducing UP DeFi and Vidiac here. Quick background on myself.
Man. Thanks for being here. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I just want to say too, just real quick, we always, focus on the team first, and it's cool to see you on camera, man. So I think hopefully everybody's paying attention to that too. It's not everybody that can put their face on a project. And I think it definitely takes a certain person to do that. It takes some balls to do that, just straight up. So, with everything that can go off in the crypto space. So, you got to give it to AJ here for sitting here on camera. So just to start right off the rip to say that's based. And I think that, not that people can't do the wrong thing after they're already on camera, but holy shit, you'd have to be pretty dumb. So, I think that you just kind of, if you're doing your own research, it always starts with team. It always starts with, looking into who is doing the who is usually the first question and what's on most people's minds, So I didn't mean to cut you off there, brother. So just start with that, man, and just introduce yourself and tell us about, your background in this space and what you've done before you got into this space and anything else that you think would be relevant. And feel free to introduce anybody else on the team that you'd like to introduce. And if anybody needs to be unmuted, I'll happily unmute them and allow them to introduce themselves. So take it away, man.
Yeah, sounds great. Me show myself, my face. That's just how confident I am in this product because the tokens that we'll be releasing inside the UP DeFi ecosystem are truly designed to protect the investors. And I'll get more into that later on if we start talking about them. But my background is I went to college, got a degree in business with a focus on management and entrepreneurship, and also got a bachelor's degree in astrophysics. And then my life steered me towards becoming a pilot. So I've been a pilot now for the last 10 years. Been involved in crypto since 2010. And I bought my first Bitcoin back then when I heard about it. And all my friends thought I was crazy and kind of talked it down, talked me out of it. They thought I was going to go to jail just for buying Bitcoin and getting into it. But I was able to make enough on those early trades to put a nice down payment on my first house. And then from there, I got busy, kind of got out of the crypto world for a couple of years, came back in during that big bull run in 2017. And I'm sure a lot of people in here experienced the same thing I did, where you get in there and you get rugged and you're like, oh man, what the heck is up with this? I'm just trying to, make some money. Well, apparently everyone else is trying to make the money that I'm putting in. And then 2021 came around too with that bull run. So then that's when I really realized hey, there's a lot of money to be made in this space, and this crypto can also be used to truly help people. Because I saw what NFTs were doing and everything else, and I was like, I didn't like the way that the direction that they were being pushed, just simply being pictures. And I'm like, I can do that a lot better. I can truly build something that's going to help the investors and protect them, so nobody has to worry about putting money in at the top and then the chart plummets and they're stuck with holding a bag that's worthless. And then it can also help people in different areas with these projects as well. So that's my background. I've been coding and working on this project for the last 2 years, and I have a great marketing manager on my team, CK. I know you've been talking with him too, so if he wants to say anything, I'll give him the spot right now. Otherwise, I'll just keep on talking. So, CK, I saw you in there, but
Yeah,
you don't have to talk if you don't want to.
Muted. All good if he wants to. Yep, he's unmuted.
Okay, sounds good. But no, he's been very helpful in shaping the project and stuff. And I have a few other team members in the background as well. So CK is more the marketing side on the crypto. He knows this space very well. I have a good friend who is more of the corporate marketing, the real world type marketing. So she's been working that angle because we need to get video creators and other people who aren't familiar with crypto into this project for it to truly be successful. And then have some other just really good friends out there that are helping me be moderators. Another guy on our team is a excellent business manager. He owns 2 pizza shops and has been doing really well at that in the real world or the non-crypto world. So then he's bringing that experience and he has some crypto experience too, bringing that into this space. So trying to put together a nice, well-rounded team. And then as we grow, I plan to grow that team even more, adding on a couple more devs and web developers and whatnot. So that's our team right now, and you'll find all of us in our Telegram channel, and we're all more than happy to talk with you guys. Yeah, if you're ready, I can just jump right into what UP DeFi is, and then cover down on Vidiac.
Yeah, that would be great, and just give us present your project, man. UP DeFi, everything regarding the upcoming Vidiac token. Definitely excited about that.
Yeah, so UP DeFi, I named it that because every project inside of UP DeFi is going to be designed to lift everybody up. You know, it sounds corny, but I wanted something that was recognizable in the space because as we grow, I want people to think, you hear ETH, you instantly think Ethereum, like, oh yeah, I know that one. I wanted something recognizable. Like you hear UP, it's like, oh yeah, that's that family of tokens that everybody's doing really well with and supports various causes and whatnot. So that's where UP DeFi comes from, and it's not a token itself; it's an ecosystem of tokens. And the first token that we'll be releasing is called Vidiac. So a combination of video maniacs. I saw the need over the past couple of years that for YouTube creators, Twitch creators, Rumble, you name it, a lot of small channels that they don't get any ad revenue, but they're still producing great content, and the algorithm just hasn't picked them up yet. So I thought to myself, well, this would be a great opportunity for me to help them. So with Vidiac and other UP DeFi tokens, all the trades are taxed as a normal token is, and then those taxes are swapped into USDC, so a stable coin. And then that is deposited to the wallets. So the plan, and there's a caveat to that too, the plan was originally for fully automatic deposits. However, this first launch on the ETH network, we have to do manual claiming just because the Ethereum gas is so high. But the all other networks that we launch on, they will be automatic claiming. So anyone who holds won't have to do anything. It's that USD is going to be deposited directly to them as long as they're a holder, which is going to be great. So the investors are protected. So as long as our chart can keep going up, up, and up. And then, that one guy buys in at the top and then the chart just plummets for some reason or another, we hit a bear market or whatever. Well, that guy that bought at the top, he's not screwed. As long as he holds his tokens, all that volume that is generated while the chart's going down is paying him USD. So he's going to make back his initial investment. And then everything else on top of that is profit. So the chart is almost irrelevant in these projects, which is really great and really safe for the investors. That being said, these projects are funded on volume. So I have a couple ways to ensure that the volume is always moving and that the dividends are always moving. One being that I've programmed a dual DEX system into the contract, which means that we're launching simultaneously on 2 DEXs. The first 2 that we're planned to launch on are Uniswap and PancakeSwap. Both of them support the Ethereum network and all the other networks that we'll be launching on as well. But doing a simultaneous launch creates 2 different liquidity pools that will have 2 different charts And there's always going to be a balance to try and, get those charts even. So Uniswap price is lower, someone's going to buy there, and then they're going to go immediately. They can sell over on PancakeSwap. And those arbitrage trades are going to generate volume, which generates those USD dividends. So that is one way we're gonna keep that volume going, is those arbitrage trades. Another way is with the creators that we partner with, and the referral codes. That anybody can have a referral code. You don't have to be a creator to have one either. So when that referral code is used, the person who used the referral code gets sent some VIDI tokens, as well as the owner of the code. So think of the code kind of like a very simple NFT, in that it's anybody can create one. Just talk to myself or another member of the team, and any string of words you want, or any string of characters, and then have someone go to the website, put it in, they get some VIDI, and then you get that kickback as well. So our plan there is, once these video creators start putting out their referral code, and they start bringing their fans into the project, well, those fans, they first use that code, they get some VIDI, they see that USD coming in, and they're like, oh, wow, I'm actually making money with this and it doesn't really cost me anything, no time, no effort. It's pretty easy. Then we're hoping that they will actually invest more, reinvest that USD that they've already made, because the more VIDI tokens that they have, the more USD that they're going to get back, just like any dividend paying stock. So then that should keep the volume going and the dividends going as well, and keep this project alive. As those creators bring their fans in, that's where the featured creator spot really comes into play. And that's how we're truly helping video creators with this first token. Every week we'll have a vote, and the video creator that wins the vote, they get put into the featured spot. And that featured spot means that creator's address gets put directly into the contract, and they get 10% of all the USD that is generated for that week. So there's a calculator on the website, and you can play around with those numbers, but you can see that a creator can very easily make several $1,000s in that week, just for bringing their fans into the project, and getting those votes to become that featured creator. Which once that one person makes several $1,000s, he's going to go to his other buddies in their Discord channels or on Twitch or wherever they are, and be like, guys, I just made so much money for not really doing anything, by partnering with this crypto token. You got to try it too. Well, that's going to bring more creators in. Those creators are going to bring their fans in. Those fans are going to become investors as well once they start seeing that USD that everyone else is making, and this project is just going to blow up from there. So it's a built-in natural marketing, and that's why I chose the first token to launch in UP DeFi to be one that supports video creators. They have that natural captive audience. Let's see. And then one other thing. So right now we got that private sale going on. If you guys want to get into it, just head over to the website and request to be whitelisted. And then I'll whitelist your addresses as they come in. But anyone who buys 2,500 tokens in this private sale, as a thank you from me, I'm going to personally make you a physical coin that you can see on the website. And then it'll be personalized for you with your address on it. So I have a fiber laser that I can go ahead and I can carve this out. And I designed this myself in my own CAD software. And this is just a really neat thing that someone can have in their pocket, and then they can pull it out in the bar or something. And using that QR code on the back, that is their own personal wallet QR code, they can either buy or receive crypto from someone else, who wants to scan that code. So that to me just seems like something, a nice, unique item. But that's for people who buy 2,500 or more in this pre-sale. So, and that's around, that's 0.1 ETH. So what, around 20 or $230 right now? Yeah.
Can you go over the details of the private raise?
Yeah, please.
AJ, can you just cover like the specific minimum max buy and how much you're seeking and where you're at, how much you have contributed, just some of the numbers on it.
Yep. Right now we've made about 1.5 ETH so far. And we're looking to get a 10 ETH for a soft cap. So that way we can create 2 liquidity pools. Each one will have 5 ETH paired with 100,000 tokens. And we're also looking at maximum purchase of 10,000. So we originally started out as 2,500, but that was kind of limiting. And a lot of people were asking me like, hey, can I get multiple wallets whitelisted so I can get more than just the 2,500? You know, they wanted to spend more than that $240. So I raised the maximum purchase to 10,000, which is zero point 0.4 ETH, so right around 1,000 USD. And that's simply for anti-whale measures. So that way it prevents one person from coming in, dropping down $5,000 and buying 20% of the project right off the bat. Because I know whales like that tend to scare people away. Really, this isn't this is a more unique token in that if a whale were to come in and then all of a sudden dump 20, 30, 40,000 tokens because they just collected them over time and the chart saw a huge red drop, that wouldn't be it wouldn't be a killer like it is with other tokens because our dividends are in USD. And like I said earlier, the chart really kind of doesn't matter, as long as the volume's happening, people are getting paid. So granted, I mean, a great chart going up is going to be awesome for people who want to take out that profit too, who wants to sell some VIDI tokens at 100x or whatever. But it's not going to be a killer if a whale were to. So 10 ETH for the soft cap is what we're looking for. And max purchase right now is 10,000.
What is your plan after the private raise?
After the private is good to go. This one is going to then we're going to go ahead and use that Ethereum and that liquidity, and we're going to list it. So anyone who can get in right now is going to get the best price, the best deal.
So you're planning on taking it from private raise to just launch. There won't be like a pre-sale, any other raise after that?
We're not currently planning that. However, with the pre-sale that I have, since I built it into the contract, it gives me some flexibility. If we need to go that route to raise some more funds, we can. Or if the community wants to see another pre-sale, they can. We can adjust the numbers and make it work out. So that way the private sale is the best value, and then a pre-sale before launch if necessary.
So you're not certain on the pre-sale right now, but then your plan as of now is to go take private funds that are raised and use that for liquidity and marketing, or just
that's what we're doing right now. Yeah, that's how we're funding marketing right now. Is we're taking small chunks of what we're currently raising in this private sale as for marketing and stuff, and reserving a majority of it so that way we know that we can hit that 10 Ethereum mark and start those liquidity pools.
How about the development of the platform and the funds that you would need to complete that, or what the status of that, and then to recruit and to onboard creators and things like that? Where's your plan for those funds? And if you wouldn't mind sharing a little bit about maybe the overall marketing plan for it.
Yeah, of course. So that's where if you look at the tokenomics, we have 100,000 tokens set aside in a utility wallet. And that utility wallet, those tokens will never be sold, but we'll use the USD dividends generated from that wallet to pay for our marketing. And that's also how we will pay for new teammates and stuff. Right now, each team member is getting 15,000 tokens sent to them, and the USD dividends that they receive from those tokens is their salary. That's how we're paying team as well. So we don't have to sell our tokens in order to cover marketing costs or cover any sort of team costs or anything like that. Everything will be paid for with the USD dividends that are generated. So, and if you look at the calculator too, the 100,000 tokens at a 10% rate, even with a small $10,000 daily volume, it's showing annually we can make up to $41,000 with that utility wallet. That's more than enough. That's a very large marketing budget for, I think, if we were to put $41,000 directly into marketing, that 10,000 daily volume would turn into 100,000 daily volume or more very quickly.
All right. Did you want to continue presenting any of the individual parts of the project, or dive into any depth on any one aspect?
Well, right now, I guess if you look at the creator spotlight there, we have currently 4 creators. Let's have another one that we're listing soon. They're the people that we're really trying to help. So I ask anyone who's listening today, please reach out. And if you have a video creator in mind, it doesn't matter how small their channel is. If they like to make passive income, and think of it like a Patreon, except both them and their fans make money versus just the fans paying them with tips or anything, please send the creator our way, because that's currently the most difficult thing that we're having problems with right now is onboarding creators. As soon as I start talking crypto to them, they think I'm a scammer and just looking to get money from them. So that's we need help onboarding more creators, and there is currently a creator bounty, and I'm going to keep that alive as long as I can, where anyone who brings in a creator gets 100 tokens, and that creator also gets 100 tokens. So it's a great way to start your wallet with Vidiac. And there's also a creator kit on the website too, that any creator can download, and it has some scripts in there that they can follow if they want to, or some logos, different promotional materials that they can use, as well as a very simple explainer of what Vidiac is and what crypto is. And the great thing is, I'm not expecting the creators to actually go out there and, they have to like shill or, really push like a bunch of sponsorship scripts and everything else. Like, I want them to keep creating the content that they're already making, and just keep doing what they're doing. As you'll notice, a lot of some of the creators that we have right now, they just put a simple little about thing into their bio, and then they have the logo up on their stream, because that's what they're comfortable with. So I want the creator to promote as much as they're comfortable with. Obviously, the more that they promote, the more fans they send over to vote for them to earn that featured spot. So they are incentivized to do it. However, it's not something that I'm going to ask of them. I don't want to put anyone in an uncomfortable position.
So let's talk more about the creator side of things too, because I think that I think that there's like a need for this, and and the reason I say that is because I've talked to 2 projects in a row, Streamer Unit that was in here, and then we had Front Fans in here, and both of them are basically coming out and saying that creators on other platforms, and highlighting some of the mistreatment, and just not even that, but I don't know if you want to call it exploitation or whatever you want to call it, or just taking advantage, or just getting wrecked on some of the ways that they process the payments and take the fees. Like, basically highlighting the fact that like Twitch takes 70%.
Oh, it's
and gives you 30%. Yeah. Like, you almost have to think about, you're like, wait, it's not the reverse, right? You're not keeping 70%. They are, so the projections that they have for like $6 billion in revenue are based on them keeping 70%. So like, I don't see that as something that's sustainable. So as far as competitors coming in with better options for creators, I think that that's an extremely lucrative idea that could have some real growth, Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about that component of what you plan to do, AJ, and like how, if you're looking to recruit creators and you're given kind of like a call to action for people to come on board with you, like talk a little bit about that part.
Yeah, of course. So any creator that is going to be partnered with us and hold VIDI tokens, have a referral code that's going to earn them more VIDI tokens, that's going to be more and more passive income for them. So any creator that's partnered with us will no longer have to worry about trying to get their tiny little cut from YouTube ad revenue or Twitch ad revenue. They could even play fully copyrighted music during their stream, because then of course that's going to get DCMA'd, which means that they're not allowed to monetize it. But it wouldn't matter, because they're still making that passive income through our program, through Vidiac. So then they can truly be themselves without having to tiptoe the line. I know a lot of creators that I watch, YouTube is just fully demonetize their channel because it doesn't comply with the current narrative, whatever that is nowadays. So then YouTube says, nope, we're not going to let you make any ad revenue at all. Well, those are the people that I think really could benefit from this, because all they have to do is partner with us. I'll put them up on the creator spotlight on the website, and they just start talking to their fans about it and say, hey guys, here's my referral code. It would really help me out if you go over and, you know, go to this website, use this code. We'll both get paid. And then that just starts generating the passive income for them to the point where, like I said, they don't even need to consider that ad revenue from Twitch or YouTube. They can truly make the content that they're passionate about. So that's what I would say is the call to action there right now currently is make what you want, you know, be who you are, and still get paid for it. And where we want to go in the future too is we don't have any taxes on just standard transfers for this token. So this token can very easily be used to pay or tip people and creators. So as this project evolves and we can hire a larger team, this could even become its own video hosting platform where when a creator posts a video, that video then creates an NFT, and that NFT would then allow the creator to sell shares for such as royalties and such in that video. And we're going to expand more into other realms too. So this one is specifically focused on video creators, but that's going to be big for the music industry, the graphic artist industry, and so on. So that's where we definitely see this growing and our ability to truly help those creators. We can kind of get out of that Web 2 generation where everything needs to go through a centralized webs or centralized manager, you could call it, and get more than familiar with Web 3 and everything being decentralized. You know, the money goes directly to them for all the hard work that they're putting in.
So you may have said this, AJ, but just to make it clear, man, you know, what like a creator, how does a creator earn, and how is it better than other platforms? Like, how does a creator earn, you know, like better than on other platforms as an alternative to coming with you, you know? And
yeah. Well, I mean, they don't have to leave their they don't have to leave their other platforms to partner with us. They can continue doing everything that they are doing. So really, we're just topping on top of the ice cream right now is what we are. They earn with us by simply just contacting the team and saying, hey, here's my channel. So they get me their channel information, and then they get me a wallet address. That's all they need. And I can put that into the website to create a creator card for them, and also create a referral code for them. And at that point, then they just use our creator kit and you know, start using some of our promotional material to send people over here. So when they're not in the featured spot, or if they're, you know, still trying to get in that featured spot, they're going to make money with all the referrals that they send over. Because like I said, the referrals generate VIDI tokens directly to their wallet. And those VIDI tokens that are in their wallet are going to generate USD for them. So that's how they're going to earn constantly and over time, you know, before and after they've had that featured spot. During the featured spot is where they really will see the big earnings, because like I said, all the volume for that whole week, they get 10% of all the USD generated for that whole week. So, and that could be, it could very easily hit thousands and thousands of dollars. Like I said, you just check out the calculator on the website and put in some numbers, play with it a little bit, and you'll see at the bottom of the calculator, it shows what the creator could earn. And also the exposure. That's another thing too, is the algorithms over at YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, you name it, they're all looking at, okay, how many clicks is this person getting? How many fans do they actually have? Do we want to promote them and do we want to bump them up in the line? Well, when they come and partner with us, you know, we'll have a Telegram group filled with thousands of people, a Discord filled with thousands of people. Every time that they go live or post a video, we will post that video for them or post that live notification for them to all of our thousands of current members, and send them, you know, some of them are then going to go over there, and one guy who has maybe 100 subscribers, well, now he's just got exposure to potentially thousands of new subscribers. So it's not just the monetary gain that they can get from us, it's also the exposure, and that exposure is going to help them with those algorithms get listed higher and shown to other people who aren't a part of our project. You know, they're just on the website doing their normal thing. So that's why I'd say the two biggest things that a creator can get by partnering with us is money and exposure. And it's a win-win. It doesn't cost them anything other than downloading a MetaMask or whatever wallet they choose and getting me their information. That's it. Just need their public wallet address so I have somewhere to send the USD.
So to summarize, it's kind of like you don't have to, as a creator, part ways with the current platform that you're streaming on or that you're promoting on. You can just come to yours and earn extra. And then as well as your plan, it sounds like, to protect your chart with Vidiac token, is that, people will hold to earn the USD, so that you have to really deal with the sells on your chart to take profit or to, pay your bills and to do your thing if you're working as a creator on your platform and you need to take some income. That would almost be based on what you're saying and the math that I just saw and punched a few numbers into. It seems like, obviously it would be dependent upon market cap, but it seems like it would be counterproductive for you to sell your Vidiac token and give up the USD rewards or take profit on those when you could hold and earn the rewards, provided that you guys can sustain the daily volume needed to have that tipping point where it breaks even, so to speak, on your investment, and then you start to earn in the green.
Yeah,
am I getting all that right?
Exactly right. Yeah, you're exactly right. So that's going to come down to the individual investor. Is okay, do they hold up and then all this, then the chart is at a 10x from where they bought in, and at that point, do they just keep holding and collecting that USD, or do they take some extra profit out and sell some token? I think that's going to naturally balance itself because those investors, they say everyone's holding, and it hits that 10x, and it's still kind of holding, the chart's kind of going sideways. And the USD would then start slowing down, and people are gonna be like, oh, well, I was making $100, whatever, and now I'm seeing just $10. Okay, time to take some profit out. Well, when that person starts taking some profit out, the chart's gonna start moving a little bit, and the USD is gonna come back in. So I think it'll be a balance between the rate at which they see USD come in, and also what their threshold is on taking a profit from the token itself. So yeah, that'll be something that the investors will have to decide for themselves.
Yeah, for sure. It's nice to talk out some of the different considerations that you'd have as an investor coming into the project. And I know that I'm getting some DMs about some of the different scenarios. And I think that maybe to cover a lot of these questions that I'm getting hit up with, it might just be as simple as any projections that you have for, say you fill your private sale and you go to launch. Has your team made any projections about two things I'm getting it up with? I guess one would be how you see 2024 going and expectations and projections for growth, and including they're asking me also including goals that you have for X amount of onboarding, X amount of creators, and what exposure you.
Yeah. So right now, goals, I'd like to get at least a few more creators, probably have 10 at launch, because that first week of post launch is going to be all the USD that's generated for the featured spot is going to be divided amongst all the creators who helped us launch, and then we'll have that vote that first week. So the second week would be when we have the very first featured creator who would get all the USD rewards. And I expect that the first month is going to be more growth on the crypto side, launching at a small market cap, somewhere under $100,000. And then, that's going to bring in the investors, on the crypto side. I imagine that's going to be where the growth will happen in the first month as we do more AMAs, get more people involved. The ones who are already involved start seeing that USD going out, and then they look at the dashboard on the website and see that the total dividends distributed number just keeps going up and up and up, and they want to get involved in that as well. They want their chunk of the money, and then after that first month is when I think we'll start seeing more creators getting onboarded too. After we've had 3 or 4 featured creators who have proof that they've made X amount of dollars just by being a partner and maybe shouting out this token once in a while on their stream. So that's where I see us going. I would like to be us at a nice stable 100,000 daily volume is where I would like to see us, and we're going to try to get there. Like I said, the marketing is we'll have a very large marketing budget when it comes to the utility wallet. The team is already paid for too, so all our funds can basically go into marketing once this thing launches, and we can really get everywhere. Like I said, we're currently doing a worldwide tour with these AMAs. Even right now, as I asked you earlier, we're hitting the American audience mostly, and then we've already kind of hit up some of the European audience, and then the South American as well. So we're just going to keep this going and keep trying to get the word out. But the USD dividends are really where it's going to shine, especially post launch. Then I think it's going to be grow really, really large, and the excitement's going to get big once people start seeing them. You know, they like facts. Is people like to see evidence of it actually working. So once we have that, then it'll be very easy to promote this project.
I think that's kind of the key, and that's I think what I keep getting asked about too. I think several questions have asked about like specifics on how you plan to sustain the volume. You know, just because $10,000 daily volume is not, you know, a crazy amount on Ethereum, but it's also not a small task to sustain long term. So I think that might be the question that I'm getting hit up with the most now is, you know, sustainability. You keep saying that it is dependent upon the volume generating those USD rewards. And it sounds like that is at the core of the sustainability for your project, and it will allow you to obviously fund it and continue to reinvest in it and grow it as it is. You know, you holding those tokens is the source of your marketing projections, you know, for you to be able to reinvest in the project. So maybe just touch on that a little bit, you know, how you plan to sustain the daily volume and some of the things that you guys have talked about as a team to do that.
Yep. And I think that's also, we can definitely use funds from the utility wallet. So if we see volume start dying down, there's no reason why we can't take some of that USD and reinvest it, you know, in buybacks and whatnot. And then whatever we buy from that, we can use as rewards or different marketing purposes as well. But CK, I know you wanted to talk a little bit, and you know the crypto marketing side very well. So I think he tried to talk earlier. Can we unmute him? Or
he is unmuted. I think he was having some issues with his mic, but I think Jay might have fixed it. So give it a try.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're quiet, but we can hear you.
Yeah. You've done quite a very great job, actually. For sustainability, first off, I'd like to say that this works in both ways, especially from the perspective of an investor, because a lot of persons who invest in cryptocurrencies do so just for the profits. But when you come to understand that for a longer term, there is definitely an opportunity for you to make passive income. You understand that volume is just something that will come. Now, there are various ways. There will definitely be campaigns for, you know, onboarding new creators as the project goes on. That would definitely bring new eyes to the project. That would definitely bring new volume. Now, the truth is, whether you're holding or whether you're selling, those who hold generally are the persons who make profits, because they would always have rewards. They would always have dividends in USDC. So it's a win-win situation, whether you're selling or whether you're holding. So for volume, first off, there will definitely be campaigns. Just as AJ rightly said, we would also have buybacks, you know, from time to time. If you notice, Vidiac is a type of project that is community centered. So we do not just want people who will come in and then will just be all about the profit. Definitely, we're all about the profit, but we want everyone to see like the bigger picture and understand that this is something that we hope to, bring a concrete source of income for any person involved. So, yeah, that's definitely two things we'll be doing: campaigns, buybacks, and also routine marketing. And I think he also said something about um customized coins for some persons who buy a certain amount. And you might not really understand how important that is, but it is. Um, there is this disparity between the crypto currency space and, in quotes, the real life. You hear people say, "Oh, it's different from the real life." So if there is something, if a project can, you know, allow the community connect with it um, with the real life or in the real life in that sense, what it does is that it gives the community a sense of sustainability. It means that, oh, this is something that is concrete. It's not something that was just born out of thin air and would, like every other crypto project, just die after a while. So this is something that, is concrete. That is um, that's a very, very important way to, draw the community and keep them, give them that sense of belonging, that sense that, oh, this is something that is sustainable. This is something that we're doing for the long term. It's not something that will just die out after a while. So yeah, I think I've touched almost everything. AJ has done quite a great job at, explaining everything.
And
Yeah, I think
oh, sorry.
one of the things we were touching on here a little bit that we were talking about in the chat too was outside revenue streams. Like, is the main funding? It sounds like the main funding is going to be the areas that you covered. Is there anything else that would be coming in?
Right now, main funding is going to be the token itself and the volume generated.
Okay.
Other areas of revenue are going to be if we can get to the point where we can actually have our own hosting platform and people will actually upload videos to us. Well, then we can start selling advertising and and those kind of areas as well. So we're making revenue outside of the crypto realm itself. So yeah, there definitely are ideas in the works for that. However, we would need to, we're a new project starting off small, and we can't try and get too big too fast with what we have right now. So.
No, I appreciate the honest answer too. I think that that's definitely a key area for you guys for, longevity and sustainability would be that outside revenue stream. So yeah, I appreciate the honest answer. I just think, that was just something I think on a few people's minds as well.
Yeah, of course.
Jay.
And yep.
Jay, I'm not sure AJ talked about the other projects like Project Hermes.
Yeah.
So it's actually something that there are like other tokens like on the roadmap of the UP DeFi ecosystem. It's Vidiac is like the maiden token. So there are other projects. So it's when you talk about sustainability, if you look through the roadmap, you would understand that there are other projects that would be a part of the ecosystem and drive that sustainability. Maybe he will talk about that.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's a great segue. I can I'll touch on that right now as well. The plans. So Vidiac right now, as he said, is our maiden token, and it's launching on Ethereum because that is where the majority of the volume is. Even though I'm personally not a fan of Ethereum gas taxes, that's annoys me. But after this one has a successful launch and has been around for a few weeks, and the community feels that they're ready and the hype is there, they're excited. We'll launch Vidiac on following networks as well. So it'll be on BNB, Sol, you name it, wherever the community wants it to go. And every time we launch a new one, there will be a new sale because it's its own separate token. And then so that will allow anyone who didn't have the chance to get in on this one and make those amazing profits, it'll allow them a chance to get in on the next one. And also gives us the opportunity to have another featured creator spot. Because every Vidiac token that we launch on a network is another featured creator spot. So we can go from one featured creator spot a week to 3, 4, you name it, depending on the different networks that we're launching on. So that's the plan for Vidiac going forward. But looking at the UP DeFi website, you can see that in our other upcoming projects, Vidiac is just one token that falls under Project Apollo. Because Project Apollo is centered all around the creatives. So you have your musicians, your artists, your video makers, you name it. So we'll also be launching tokens that directly support musicians for, the guys that are on SoundCloud and stuff. They're out there, they're trying to get a name for themselves, and they just want people to listen to what they create. So that's where they can then partner with us, start having a revenue stream coming in from that USD dividends, as well as getting the exposure to our Telegram groups, our Discord groups, our community as a whole. And that exposure is going to then bring in more fans to their thing and help them get noticed. So I would love to be the person that notices the next Taylor Swift or something like that, be that person that helps them, maybe they only make a few $1,000s or something with us, but it's enough for them to buy whatever piece of equipment they needed or some studio time, so then they can finally make that album they've been waiting to make. So that's Project Apollo, and we'll be launching those tokens as the community is ready for them as well. So it's gonna be a lot on, community hype and everything else. Then looking into Project Hercules, one I'm very excited for is going to focus on independent game developers. And that's a huge area right now because as a video gamer, myself, and I'm sure a lot of other people in this chat are as well, EA and other AAA, Ubisoft, they're ruining the gaming industry. The top 2 games from the past 6 months are both indie titles, Baldur's Gate 3 and Palworld. So it just goes to show you that AAA studios do not understand what gamers want. And the independent video game developers, they do. So that token there is going to go directly to, we'll have like a featured independent video game spot, maybe for a month or something. And it'll be all the revenue generated, from that will go directly to them, directly supporting that game. And then maybe that game will actually branch out into the Web3 space and it can help grow UP DeFi, and UP DeFi can then experience some gamification, if that word's still in use. I know it was back in the last bull run. And then not just video games too. There's a lot of people out there that are always developing new board games or like trading card games, different things like that. And a little bit of funding can go a long way when it comes to just helping them buy some materials they need or publishing that they might need. And then the exposure too, to all of our communities, the thousands and thousands of people that we're hoping to bring in, introducing them could really help get these things kicked off. And then Project Athena, those projects are going to be more charity focused, and they're going to support causes such as a STEM grant, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics for schools around the world, or any other good cause that people can think of. So whether it might be bringing clean water to various parts of the world, or fighting certain diseases and whatnot. So those are all going to fall under Project Athena. And they're going to be more dependent on some of the other projects because those a straight charity token just has a hard time generating the volume than compared to one of these other ones that has creators bringing in new fans over and over again. So we'll be using some funds from the other projects to support and lift up the other ones that may need it, such as the charity ones under Project Athena. Project Hermes, this one I'm very excited for as well, because these are going to be tokens that are higher risk because they're not going to distribute USD as a stable token. They're going to distribute partner tokens. So every week, the community is going to bring forth various tokens. So like you just had the AMA for front fans. So somebody could bring forth front fans and say, hey, we want to support this token this week, and be put to a vote. Then if whatever token wins for that next week, all of the taxes are converted into that token. So it's bought on the market the same as it normally would, through the DEX. So that token is winning by receiving a bunch of buys and a bunch of new holders, because all that token that we buy is going to be distributed as dividends to the holders of the Project Hermes tokens. So that partner token wins by getting, like I said, getting the buys and getting the holders. And my investors will win because they're diversifying their portfolio, and perhaps they're receiving the next 1000x Shiba or something in their wallet, without really even having to do anything. They didn't have to purchase it themselves. It's just just manually or just automatically sent right to their wallet. So Project Hermes, and I do already have several other tokens who approached me about these ones, and they're excited for partnerships. So this once we get into launching Project Hermes, I think that one's going to really take off, all those various ones. And then on the website, I also have Project Zeus, but that's just more an overall, all-encompassing of like, where are we going with Vidiac? So that one's going to be updated, as we talked about, creating a broader platform for video hosting and that kind of thing. Those we're very excited to launch all these different tokens that are going to be focused on different areas and helping different people. And then if one token is struggling with their volume, or they, they're not getting the exposure that we need, well, that's why we have the other tokens. Maybe another one's doing really, really well, and we can take some funds from that one and support our other tokens. So that's what we currently have planned right now for our releases. However, I see UP DeFi becoming a launchpad itself too, where we get other creators, other developers who come up with an awesome idea, and they want to use our name, our credibility that we've earned to get their project off the ground. So it would rely on us vetting that team very closely, because we wouldn't want to launch anything that could be harmful or malicious. But we could also provide the contracts and whatnot to those teams. Because that was one thing. It took me 2 years just to get this project developed, because I had to learn all the code and everything else as well. So where if I could help other projects that are, other really great ideas get off the ground by using UP DeFi as a launchpad, that would be awesome. So, any other questions?
Oh, it sounds like big plans for that. And thanks for reviewing all of the different components to the ecosystem and what you have planned. If there's anything else that you want to share about the project before we got into taking a few questions, you can definitely do that now. Or if you're ready for some, we can unmute a few people and take some questions.
I think I've covered down on pretty much everything. I'll answer any questions that people have.
Jay, I know you tagged me, man. You want to go first while I sort through some of the DMs, make sure that he's covered all the other questions I've gotten?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you very much. I do have some questions, most definitely. So kind of looking through, I think it's a very kind of complex project. There's a lot involved in it. I think there's an awful lot that could come of it, but conversely, I've been working in the space for a number of years, and I've had projects that go well, I have had projects that gone wrong, and I do know that the more kind of plates that are spinning, the more opportunity that there is for those plates to crash, and that could be that's something that I'm kind of concerned of. Are you guys fully prepared for the scope of the project that you're looking to build? I mean, you're speaking firstly about the Vidiac platform and stuff like that. But you do have an awful lot of other stuff there that you've listed out that are all part of this ecosystem that you're building. So in relation to that, kind of, are you guys kind of ready and prepped to kind of perform on the things that you want to do?
Yeah, I'd say most definitely. We are starting out small. Like I said earlier, we don't want to start out too big too fast, and we're not going to jump into anything that we're not prepared to handle. But yeah, I agree with you that the more things that you have trying to balance, the more likely something can come crashing down. And that's one thing. I've built a lot of things into the contract to help simplify our job. So this, the swaps and everything else for the taxes to the USD, that's all handled by a bot script in the background. So that's one thing where I just need to make sure I monitor it to make sure it's actually happening. But it's very simple. It's not very time consuming. And me updating the website or adding new creators, creating codes, that kind of stuff. So all the small little details that Vidiac entails really doesn't take much time at all. And as we grow larger, this is going to be my full-time job. Like this is not something that I'm going to continue doing just as a hobby or anything. This is my current job. My contract is almost up with my employer, and then this is going to be my life. Just like Jeff Bezos started out in his garage. This is kind of how I'm starting out too. I'm hoping, I don't think I can build anything as big as Amazon. I'm not going to go that crazy, but I know that if I apply myself, I can maintain what we have and continue to grow from here. And we are looking to get incorporated, which is going to allow us to hire managers and everyone else that we need in order to actually fully run this project as the scope gets larger. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess kind of for presentation advice, I would say maybe not to reveal the additional tokens and stuff that you guys are planning, because it might seem, a little bit like you're trying to keep too many balls in the air, so to speak. Can I ask you a little bit about the platform and such? So this will be a streaming platform. Can you compare it to a current kind of industry giant of any sort?
Well, right now, it's going to be creators keep building or keep putting their videos where they currently do. As it branches out, though, I would compare it to basically something like, call it like a YouTube, a Twitch, or a Rumble style platform is what I envision in the future if we decide to go that way. And then, like I said, that would be allowing our creators to NFT their videos and sell royalties and that kind of thing, or accept tips and payment in the Vidiac token itself. So, but no,
I just felt that there was kind of a confusion there with regards to kind of how the creators are kind of earning. Is it kind of just access to your community and such that you're looking to offer in the beginning?
Yeah, in the beginning, yep, it's access to our community, which is going to be that exposure for them. Bringing in new fans, hopefully to their site that people that they wouldn't normally reach, and then also just the passive income that will generate for them from them holding onto the tokens and receiving more tokens every time their referral code is used. So in the beginning, it is definitely starting out small, but just still supporting. It's a win-win for them.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just to kind of clarify before I ask the next section, would creator earnings and stuff be airdropped to them, or is there a manual claim system involved?
For Ethereum, on the Ethereum network, we unfortunately have to do manual because we discovered an issue during after our last AMA. A developer started talking to me, and he's like, "Hey, I tried something similar, and the Ethereum gas ate us alive, but it works perfectly on all the other networks." So for the Ethereum network, it's going to require manual claiming, unfortunately. But for other networks, everything will be automatic. It's just the USD is just going to show up in their wallet.
Because I do feel like kind of Ethereum gas fees and stuff could be a barrier for entry for creators actually kind of utilizing the token itself. Kind of the gas fees are kind of pretty intensive on it. But like, you know, as you move to other networks and stuff, I'm sure that you'll see kind of a greater adoption, you know, with regards to that. You mentioned as well, you know, that creators will be capable of using copyrighted material on their streams.
Well, that was just a hypothetical, because right now, if a creator were to use copyrighted material, you know, like playing a song while they're streaming and stuff, it's that their video is going to get demonetized, but it'll still stay up. You know, it'll still be on the platform. And so, you know, because who doesn't like to listen to music while they're playing games or doing something?
Yeah, naturally, yeah.
So then, so if their video on YouTube gets demonetized, but YouTube obviously leaves it up and still runs ads, so you know YouTube's still making money off it. They're just screwing over the creator. Then the creator will still, you know, they can still make money with our program because they're going to get that passive income. They can still do a shout out for their referral code and bring in more fans and stuff. So
yeah, no, I do appreciate that. It's just kind of, you know, they're kind of further publishing, you know, materials and stuff like that could kind of land you guys in a little bit of hot water with regards to the copyrighted materials also.
Well, we're not the ones publishing it and anything. It's their channel on YouTube or Twitch or anything like that. We're just another source of income for them, kind of like Patreon.
Okay, yeah, no, that's perfect, man. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a great platform to me. It'd be very interesting to see how it kind of pans out for you guys and stuff. My last question would be, you're talking about a kind of a community for, you know, everything that you do and kind of bringing creators in to expose them to your community, and that's part of the main benefit of working with you guys in the beginning. How do you plan to build that community? Do you have a kind of a goal set in mind? Because, you know, it's one of those marketing challenges, and I'm sure that Crypto King could kind of jump in on this as well. But it's kind of one of those marketing challenges where you're not simply cryptocurrency marketing. The community that you need is an actual fan base and audience.
Yep, and that has been the biggest challenge so far, is actually building our community. So AMAs like this one reach potential investors, which is great. And that's where I said earlier, you know, I think our first month is going to be mainly bringing in crypto investors, because they're the ones that they know crypto and they're willing to take that gamble on a new token to try and make a few X's. But anytime I'm talking to some video creators right now, as soon as I mention the word crypto, they run the other direction, because all they've heard on the news is that it's a scam, you know, that someone out there is trying to steal money from them, or they're going to go to jail because it's only used on the dark web, or, you know, for nefarious means. So trying to overcome that stigma has been difficult, and we're constantly fighting that right now. It will be a lot easier post-launch when we actually have the USD dividends to show and testimonials from our current creators to say, hey, yeah, this works. This is all it was, you know. And I think that's just going to come over time with more Web3 adoption. The next bull run is we'll bring in, I think, a lot more creators will feel comfortable with it or more willing to take that risk. Yeah, you know, you're bringing up a valid point that we are still working through and trying to, onboard more of them, trying to get them.
I do appreciate, like, you know, it's an early stage in the project, and it's nobody can expect you just to kind of, you know, click your fingers and have 10,000 people in a community and stuff. It is most definitely a growth period. But I'll hand you back over to Jay. Thank you so much for answering my questions, AJ. Appreciate it. Of course.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks, AJ. Yeah, I think we covered a ton here. And I think that you actually, in answering Jay's question, answered quite a few of these other ones here, AJ. I don't think that we missed anything. I'm just doing a quick check over. Guys, last call for questions as well for Vidiac. If you guys have anything, please raise your hand. Happy to unmute you guys. Those of you that DM me, I think I got to all of you. If not, tag me in the chat now. Last call for that too, just real quick. If you feel like your question wasn't answered here, definitely tag me now. Last call.
And I'll be available too to answer all questions afterwards, whether it's in the Crypto Tavern group or over in the Vidiac Telegram group. So
appreciate that, AJ. I appreciate how responsive you've been to all the questions today too. It's been great. And so I think that, you know, just real quick, you know, we usually close things out with two things. First, just a last chance to plug any upcoming dates or important dates, if you have any, and if not, that's okay too. But I just like to do at the end because it's fresh in everybody's mind. And so I don't know if there's anything upcoming that's important in your community, anything that you wanted to plug, deadlines, or coming up.
Yeah, so just come on over, bring in creators, anybody that you know, just reach out to them and let them help them understand that this is just another revenue stream for them to accommodate their current revenue streams. Something that they can just add on top. You bring in those creators, and you'll get yourself 100 tokens, and I'll send the creator 100 tokens as well and put them on the website. They'll get that extra exposure. And then please, buy into the sale right now. Get yourself one of those physical coins, because I'm really excited to make those and send those out to everyone who is willing to help out. It should be a neat piece of hopefully history. We can launch from here, and 10 years down the line, you'll have this awesome piece of metal in your pocket and be like, yeah, I was a part of that, when you look back and see we're at some crazy 100 million market cap or something like that, or we just started a true movement here. So yeah, please swing on by the
Awesome.
Telegram group, ask me any questions you got. I'm here for everybody. This is we'll grow as a community. So
No doubt, and it's an early stage in the project too. So AJ, come back and have anybody from your team come on back in the tavern up to us about raise, and we would good to just direct to that too, or in the chat, it's on the web link, just the web. We can set that up to and just direct the private sale, just so that for anybody that wants to take a closer look at it. And then one
kind of breaking out. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if I have bad connection or you're coming through choppy there a bit.
It might have been it might have been me getting choppy. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
So yeah, just
now you're cutting out.
That's okay, man. I think Jay might be having a few VC issues, a couple of issues with his internet. We often joke that is.
You guys can
There you go.
Okay, awesome. You got me, AJ? Can you hear me okay?
Yep. Now I got you. Now you're coming in clear.
All right. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, just if you wanted to close us out, AJ, just as a quick soundbite at the end, give us one last call to action for Vidiac, and sometimes we can use that as a quick soundbite, as a quick pitch or whatever you want to call it. But just close us out, and we just wanted to thank you guys for coming in for the AMA. And I see that you guys are in this early stage. So for everybody listening, nothing that we ever say in the tavern is financial advice, and you always have to do your own research. But the AMA is such a great tool for you guys to be able to hear directly from the team, to vet the team, to ask any questions that you might have, and to really kind of get to know the project from A to Z. So I just wanted to thank you guys for coming in. And, AJ, thanks for being on camera for this AMA. I think that means a lot, and that should actually go a long way with your investors. It helps a lot when you're trying to raise private money, for a launch, the way that you're doing it with a wallet like that and on your own web without, using any other platform. So I think that it helps a lot, and it will help you. It is a challenging thing, but I think that it will help you that your base is on this project, that you have that confidence, and that you're putting, yourself out there for the raise and for the lifetime of the project, that you're committed to the longevity of it. And I think a lot of the takeaways that people are having from this is that you have a lot of big plans for it, that you are confident in yourself and in your team and in the plans that you have for the ecosystem for growth and sustainability. And so confident enough, obviously, like I keep saying, that you are here on camera as well. And I think that goes a long way with investors. So definitely continue to provide us with updates. And we wish you a lot of success with the project too. And don't be a stranger to the tavern. Please continue to come in, and even if you have to assign a member of your team to come over, and we'll try to be active in your Telegram as you continue to push your raise. So thanks again for coming out, and please close us out, man. Give us a call to action.
Yeah, all right. Thanks, Jay. And for everyone here, join us Video Maniacs over at Vidiac and support your favorite video creators.
Awesome. Thanks, AJ. Thanks, Vidiac team. And we thank you guys for coming out. To everybody that came out on a Saturday today for this AMA. Go join the Telegram, throw a sticker in their chat, talk to them a little bit, and ask any questions if you have any questions that you didn't get to have answered. And AJ, I'm going to send you a DM after this. I'll DM you the recording, and I had a couple other things too. I just wanted to share with you. So thanks again, everybody, for coming out, and cheers.
All right. Thanks, Jay. See ya.